I must say you've researched very well. Because when I was born, it turned out that I did not have strong limbs. I think you'd find it interesting. I was not very interested in acting because I was into Bharatnatyam. If you make mistakes, you deal with it, you do an improv, you get away with it. બહુ આમ ફોમો થતો હોય છે. Be honest, be hardworking and never give up.
Hello everyone, my name is Chetariya from grade 6 KMGIS. Welcome back to the second episode of Voice of KMGIS and our school's very own podcast, where voices, stories and experience come together to inspire, inform and ignite young minds. Good morning ma'am, my name is Vihan Chetariya and I am from 3rd grade. It is our pleasure to introduce Reeva Rachh ma'am, a talented actress and a performing artist whose work spans across films, theatre and digital platforms. With remarkable performances in movies such as Meera, Samandar and Ram Bharose, Reeva ma'am has made her mark as a rising star in the Gujarati film industries. We are super excited to watch ma'am's upcoming movie, Lalo, releasing on 10th October. Beyond the screens, Reeva ma'am's passion for the performing art shines through her stage presence and her creative expressions on social media, where she shares glimpses of her artistic journey with thousands of followers. She is a true inspiration for young dreamers, proving that with dedication, creativity, and courage, passion can turn into profession.
Today, Reeva ma'am has joined us of Voice of KMGIS to talk about her journey in performing arts. From her earliest inspiration to the challenges of joys of performing, and also to share her thoughts on how arts help us express, connect, and grow. Let's give a warm welcome to Reeva Rachh ma'am. Now, without further ado, let's dive into our conversation because we have lots of questions for her.
So, ma'am, who inspired you the most to enter the world of performing arts?
First of all, thank you for such a warm welcome, Vihan and Prisha. There's not one particular person who has inspired me to be in this field, but I would say that a lot of me being where I am today has to do with my dad being involved in theatre activities.
Thank you.
You're welcome. In Jamnagar, we all know how much Viral sir has contributed to theatre and inspiring artists. From acting shibers to live performances, experiences, he has done it all. How has his journey influenced you? I think he has inspired me to hustle really hard and always keep going no matter what. And even today, like, we do not get to meet so often because our schedules are different, but whenever I meet him, I return back rejuvenated and refreshed and more inspired to work really very hard and always keep going at it, because he does a lot of things and he juggles a lot of um, activities, be it career wise, because he's also a lawyer and he does theatre by passion. And when I say theatre, it's not just in Gujarat, but he would also be traveling to Bombay, or he would be traveling abroad for his literature shows. So when I see a person juggling so efficiently between his advocacy, his direction part, his literature activities, I think he only inspires me to level up my game and do better. Thank you. Ma'am, can you share us what exactly performing art means? I think the word says it all, because it's performing. It's more about the practice of it than the theory of it. So anything that's put into practicality and is performed is performing arts, and be it dancing or singing or acting, and live arts, and not just that, I think it's also the shooting part of it,
which has retakes, but then again, it's things put into practicality and it's not just on paper, it's performing.
Thank you.
So, ma'am, you also completed Visharad in Bharatnatyam. How has that helped you in your career?
I must say, you've researched very well. So Visharad, I completed Visharad when I was 17, 18 years old. There's a little backstory to actually how my Bharatnatyam journey started. I think you'd find it interesting. Because when I was born, it turned out that I did not have strong limbs. So someone suggested that when you put into practice something which is not strong, you will eventually end up making it stronger. That's what a doctor suggested. So to strengthen my legs, they suggested that I should take up dancing and specifically Bharatnatyam because it uses a lot of leg movements. So that will help strengthen my legs more. That's how I started doing Bharatnatyam. Eventually, I found my calling in it because I really enjoyed dancing and the expression part of it and everything. Now, coming back to how Visharad helped me, it's 7 years of journey till you get it. So, Visharad is like this last seventh year where you get your, it's like a graduation of sorts of Bharatnatyam. What I learned the most was to be disciplined because I remember when I was actually training for Visharada or just Bharatnatyam, I was very strict with having like really good food and practicing for hours at long and having that very healthy lifestyle that helped me gain that sort of stamina during performance and that longevity. So I think it taught me discipline. It taught me to be consistent, not just disciplined for one day, but to be consistent with it. And I think those were the days where I was the most consistent in terms of keeping up with a very healthy lifestyle. So it taught me discipline and consistency. It also taught me to be put together. I mean, I'm not saying I'm put together all the time, but I specifically remember that while I was practicing, I would always have my bindi on and my kajal done and my jhumkas, and I would just be if our teacher would say something that if you're walking into a room, they should know that a dancer is walking in. And I think it taught me how to be that way and just not be like everyone else. I don't know if that makes sense.
That is really inspiring, ma'am. Thank you.
Can you tell us something about your childhood? How was it different since you began acting such as an early age?
I think because of my dad being in theater and uh, into literature, cultural activities, I got exposure to a lot of stories, and even my mom, for that matter, she would read me. So when I couldn't read, she would read me Bakor Patel and Adukyo Dadukyo or Chel Chabo and all of those books, which were very interesting to me. She would also read to me Arabian Nights and all of those. What are they called? Um, so there were like Three Piglets and Puss in the Boots and all of those stories. And because of that, I got to travel the world a lot. That gave me a lot of exposure. Watching films or different content, and even reading or literature in general. So it was different that way because that opened a different world to me when I got into acting.
From what age you started acting?
Officially, I started at 14, but before that, I had attended a couple of workshops, but I was not very interested in acting because I was into Bharatnatyam. But I did my first commercial play at the age of 14.
Oh, it's really interesting.
Yeah. Because you're 13, right?
How is this industry? Are there any nuances one should keep in mind while entering it?
I think it's a very broad question to begin with. But I would say if you're good, everyone else is going to be good. It's how you perceive the world that matters more than how the world perceives you.
Nice.
Since you have been both on stage and on screen, can you tell us how theatre is different from movies?
So when you see something live on stage, you don't get retakes for it. Whatever happens just happens there. If you make mistakes, you deal with it. You do an improv, you get away with it. or you just stop or whatever. But whatever happens over there. No retakes, no cuts. But when it comes to shooting, you get retakes, because if you make a mistake, you can get a retake. And also, I think it's more of an intimate space, because you get to capture the same emotion from various angles. And also, because the camera is right in your face in a way, um, even if you do not express as much, it will still end up capturing how you really feel. Whereas in theater, if the audience is like, it's 500 or 600 people and they're sitting a little apart from where the stage is, you have to be a little louder in terms of your expressions or projection, is what I personally feel. So I think those are the two differences.
It really helps us.
What are your future projects and plans?
So I've shot for a film, but I don't think I can disclose about the details as of yet. But I'm excited about it. And apart from that, I have a film coming up. It's a Gujarati film. It's called Lalo Shri Krishna Sada Sahate. It's releasing on 10th of October 2025. So I'm all excited, and I'm actually kind of in the progress of promoting the film because it's releasing on 10th October. So yes.
It's really nice.
So, ma'am, આજથી નવરાત્રી ચાલુ થાય છે. So, how is that important to your life? Means તમે કેવી રીતના સેલિબ્રેટ કરો એને?
બધાની જેમ જ ગરબા રમીને, but as a there has not been a Navratri that I've missed ever since I was 6 or 7 years old. અને સુમેર સ્પોર્ટ્સ ક્લબ જ મેજરલી જવાનું થતું હોય, તો it feels like home, and Navratri feels like a personal, it's a very emotional experience because I enjoy dancing anyway. અને આ એક જગ્યા છે કે જે હું every year જતી હોઉં. તો જ્યારે જે વર્ષે હવે because of work નથી જઈ શકતી, તો બહુ આમ ફોમો થતો હોય છે કે અરે હું નહીં રમી શકું આ વર્ષે ને એવું બધું. પણ મને બહુ ગમે છે નવરાત્રીમાં, અને સ્પેસિફિકલી ક્લબની નવરાત્રીમાં રમવું. It plays a major role, and I'm excited about it throughout the year if there are very few events કે જે તમને actually જેનું anticipation હોય કે આ વર્ષે મજા આવશે એવું. So I think Navratri is one of those festivals.
Finally, what is your message for the children of Jamnagar?
Be honest, be hardworking, and never give up.
Thank you. It
Yeah.
really helps us in learning.
Thank you so much for having me here today.
Performing art is all about expression, confidence, and joy. Thank you, Reeva ma'am, for sharing your journey and inspiring us.
Thank you for having me.
Welcome.
Thank you for joining us in spite of your busy schedule because of the promotions going on. Your story, your experiences, and your words have truly inspired us today. We are grateful you joined us today.
First of all, thank you for having me here, and I just wish you all the best for your journey ahead.
Thank you, ma'am.
And keep working hard and keep practicing. And it's lovely that you've got lovely faculty that's paying attention to small details and helping you grow. And I just wish that you grow beautifully when you're out of the school.
Thank you.
Thank you.
And that was our second episode of Voice of KMGIS. Stay tuned for more inspiring conversations where the voices of children shines. फिर मिलेंगे नए मेहमान के साथ, नए जज्बा के साथ. Signing off.
I'm just truly delighted to be invited for this podcast for KMGIS. And all I want to say is keep working hard and always be honest with your work, be sincere. And most importantly, when you have faculty and a principal like Madhvi ma'am, please make the most of it, because they are here to give you the kind of exposure with their vision to keep you up with today's world. અને આ વસ્તુ બહુ રેર હોય છે કે કોઈ આટલું ધ્યાન રાખે કે ઓકે આજના જમાનામાં જો પોડકાસ્ટ બહુ ઇન છે, ટ્રેન્ડિંગ છે, if it's the future, then they are here to give you a practice of that. So make the most of it. So when you step out in the outer world, જ્યારે તમે બહાર જશો, you will realize કે આ ડેઝ જે હતા સ્કૂલના were so really good, because તમને ઓલરેડી એ બધી પ્રેક્ટિસ મળી રહી છે જે તમને કદાચ બહારે જઈને રિયલાઇઝ થશે, અત્યારે રિયલાઇઝ નહીં થાય. સો મેક ધ મોસ્ટ ઓફ ઇટ, and all the best for future. Thank you.